President Trump warning that any Iranian ship that challenges the blockade on the Strait will be eliminated. The executive director of the Foundation for Defense of Democracy, Jonathan Schanzer, joins us now. Jonathan, one day into the blockade. We're actually working out some of the audio issues. Here we are, one day into the blockade. And I can just share this story with you. People wonder what's going to happen when a Chinese tanker goes through. Well, the name of the tanker is called the Rich Starry. It was loaded with Iranian crude, headed for China. It saw the blockade and made a U-turn and turned around. Jonathan Schanzer joins us right now. Jonathan, has the blockade been effective so far? And what else can we do to turn up the pressure?
Yeah, hey, Brian. Look, there's a lot that I think the United States can still do. We've got enormous amounts of sanction power that we can deliver right now to the Iranians. We have a system that we've put in place actually over the course of years that has allowed us to cut off their banks from the broader banking sector. We have the ability to put, obviously, tariffs on. The Israelis and the United States have been bombing the petrochemical sector, the steel sector. There's a lot of damage that we can still do, billions of dollars to the regime, in addition to the blockade that's going to block them from something like $400 million worth of business that we've seen so far every day. So a lot going on here, I think, that the U.S. can still do. And I think there's just a message that's going to be delivered over the course of the next couple of days that's going to be really hard for the Iranians to ignore.
I just think that the move is brilliant. It totally flipped the script in the middle of the marathon talks. Also, I love that we sent a minesweeper in there. So they don't even know where they dropped them. Now we're scooping them up, sending a message to the world. We're going to make this safe when it's ready. But how disappointed are you that our allies are meeting, 40 of them, and they say, yeah, we'll get involved without coordination after the conflict is over?
Yeah, look, I mean, we're not exactly watching profiles in courage over there in Europe or anywhere else around the world, for that matter. But I do think that if the United States is able to deliver this very powerful financial message, and you start to see the regime buckle under the weight of this enormous pressure that we can deliver, you know, bureaucratically, militarily, through the blockade, I do get a sense that at some point they're going to realize where the winning side is. Now, a lot of this all depends on the coordination of these mechanisms. In other words, it's great that we have these tools. It's great that we have these abilities. What we need to see right now is leadership from Washington to really coordinate these efforts all at once and to deliver that diplomatic message to our weak-kneed allies right now that have not gotten up off their keisters to go do something. So there's a lot that we need to coordinate in just a few days. And then, of course, we've got that, we've got the promise of diplomacy on the other end of this. A couple days from now, we could go back to Islamabad with maybe a little bit more leverage and show our allies, our wayward allies, how this is done.
Right. And I think we are going to end up back in talks, at least before before a ceasefire will be over. Thanks so much. Jonathan Schanzer, always great.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.